everyone, myself Himanshu Dhupia, Assistant Professor of Geography at Universal School of Administration. I welcome you all in the today's session of United Nations Part 2. In the previous video, I've talked about the foundation, formations, and secretary generals and the principal organs of the United Nations, like UNGA, UNSC, ECOSOC, Trusteeship Council. I've talked about in detail about those six organs. Today, in this video, we will talk about the United Nations Specialized Agencies, United Nations Peacekeeping Operations, Sustainable Development Goals, and the United Nations, what United Nations is doing for achieving those Sustainable Development Goals. Also, a very important hot topic, and that India's bid for the UNSC permanent membership, not non-permanent, permanent. India wants to represent the Asia as a permanent member in United Nations Security Council so that it can get the veto power. What are the strengths? What are the weakness? What are the obstacles? It means what is stopping us going into the becoming the permanent member of UNSC. Also, we will talk about the United Nations languages, emblem and flag in this particular session. So stay tuned, stay till the end, and make sure you subscribe the channel for latest updates and such type of topics. So students, let's start with the United Nations specialized agencies. So United Nations system, it includes 15 specialized agencies that address what specific global challenges. The major specialized agencies are, or you can say that all of the agencies are written. So first one is Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO. Generally you find FAO. And what does this particular agency does? This leads international efforts to defeat hunger and improve nutrition, agriculture, and food security. This is the role of FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization. Second one is ICAO, International Civil Aviation Organization. It promotes safe and orderly development of international civil aviation. Recent tragedy of Air India in Ahmedabad have again highlighted this particular organization, ICAO. Third one is IFAD, International Fund for Agricultural Development. The name itself suggests that to support and to fund what? Food production in impoverished rural areas. Fourth is ILO, International Labour Organization. It works to improve labor standards and conditions of the labor globally. Next is IMO, International Maritime Organization. It promotes cooperation on safety and environmental standard for shipping. Okay, the maritime, obviously. Third, next is IMF, International Monetary Fund, the most important one. It promotes what? International monetary cooperation and financial stability across the world. That's the IMF's role. And since Pakistan was in the grey list, and so it becomes again and again important for the exam point of view. Then comes the ITU, International Telecommunication Union, for standardize and regulates international telecommunication. Then comes the next important, UNESCO. So I'm highlighting which one is more important for you guys. So FAO, ILO, IMF, and UNESCO, these are very important. UNESCO's full form is United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization. It promotes what? It promotes international collaboration in education, science, culture, and communication. This is the role of UNESCO. Then comes the UNIDO, United Nations Industrial Development Organization. Okay, then comes the Universal Post Union. Then important one, World Bank Group, and it includes both the banks, IBRD and IDA. It provides what? It provides loans and financial assistance for development to reduce poverty. Then comes WHO, World Health Organization. It directs international public health efforts after the Ebola outbreak and COVID-19. The relevance of WHO has increased. You have to remember that. So it can be asked in examination. It is consistently useful. Okay. Then comes World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. Then World Meteorological Organization, WMO. And then last one is World Tourism Organization, or UNWTO. So this is the abbreviation. Okay. So these are the 15 specialized agencies of United Nations. You have to remember, because UPSC and other examinations are asking the questions from the agencies. Earlier, only the names was asked. now they're asking from the sub details, depth details of each agency. You have to remember that. Okay, and it's like one time. Once you do all these agencies, then it will be very smooth for you guys. And this particular flow infographic for you, very important. You can take the screenshot of this. Okay, and we will share this particular PDF in our Telegram channel of UGA Bangalore. You can download from there also. This is the full United Nations system. All the principal organs and the sub organs are mentioned clearly here. Okay, so you can refer that. Then comes United Nations peacekeeping operations. What are these? So United Nations peacekeeping is one of the organization's most visible activities, with personals known as blue helmets. As you can see that every soldier, and these are the Indian soldiers who are serving in the United Nations peacekeeping operations, these are called as blue helmets because they are wearing the blue caps basically. Okay, now currently, so during our UNSC, did you remember that we talked about that? What is the role of UNSC peacekeeping forces to maintain the stability in the whole world? Okay, now like UNSC use this particular peacekeeping of, forces, and I told you Nepal, Bangladesh, and India. These are the top troops in the number of soldiers numbers, and financially United States of America is the number one contributor in the financial terms. You have to remember that. Now, right now, there are 13 active peacekeeping missions, and these are the name of missions. You can pause the video and you can check out what are these missions. Okay, these are the missions: ceasefire, stability in Kosovo, ceasefire between India and Pakistan. See, it monitors the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. This has been become very important after Operation Sindoor. Okay, what is the role of UNMOGIP? Okay, remember that it has been very important. Double star. Then comes whatever the war or conflict happens in the Middle East, it is taken by this. Then Syria, Cyprus, okay, Lebanese governments, okay, CAR, Sudan, South Sudan, DRC, Congo. These are the active 13 missions. Okay, now I already talked about this, that who is the largest contributor in the numbers. So Nepal is the largest contributor, Rwanda is second, Bangladesh is third, and India's number is fourth. Remember, how many personnel right now? 5,339 Indian soldiers are participating or in the United Nations peacekeeping force. Okay, now this is the latest data, 31st May 2025. Then, and US is the largest financially contributor. How much percentage? 26.95% of the budget or finance of United Nations peacekeeping operations are coming from USA. The number one is USA, second is China, Japan is third, Germany is fourth, and UK is fifth. Okay. Now, what is the approximate budget of United Nations peacekeeping operations? $5.6 billion. Then comes the sustainable development goals. So students, there are 17 sustainable development goals, and these sustainable development goals was inducted during the Paris Agreement, happened in 2015. And the targets to achieve all these sustainable development goals are 2030. Agenda is that in 2030 we will achieve all these targets. And before sustainable development goals, we were having one goal that was known as MDG, Millennium Development Goals. That Millennium Development Goals were 8 in numbers. Remember, 8 in numbers. So what are the 17 sustainable development goals? You have to remember, beta, that no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation. So these numbers are SDG 6. So if anybody asks you in examination that SDG 6 is what, so you have to say clean water and sanitation. Then comes affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure. 10th SDG is reduce inequalities. 11th is sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production. climate action, life below water, life above water, basically life on land. Then comes peace, justice and strong institutions, partnership for the goals. See how you will remember, because we have to remember it. We have to remember all the 7 teams. It should be on the fingertips. So let me tell you a trick. Listen carefully. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you see these goals, these are focused on the lower income level groups. Example being poverty, hunger, good health, education, gender equality, and clean water. These goals are generally, these are the basic amenities which are not available to the like many billions of people of the world. So these 6 are focused on those people. Then comes the middle class or upper middle class, that yes, see this, affordable and clean energy. Here we are not even getting the energy in the lower section of society. Now middle class is getting what? Energy, but it is not clean. It is coming from the fossil fuels. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10, these goals are focused on the middle class. These are focused on the basic lower class. Okay, lower class means economically lower classes. So affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth. In the lower class we don't even have the work, but in the middle we are talking about the decent work. Then we are talking about the infrastructure, industry, innovation, infrastructure. Here the basic facilities are not there. Reduce inequalities. Okay, reduce inequalities in the work, during the work time. Then sustainable cities and communities. Here in this one, cities are not there, but here we are talking about the sustainable cities. How can the city be net carbon, no? Carbon neutral. Then responsible consumption and production. See, here we are not even getting the, in second SDG we are talking about zero hunger, but in SDG 12 we are talking about the responsible consumption. Means middle class is getting food, but consumption is not responsible. They are over consuming. Fine. So this is how you can learn. And then all these are very generalized. The climate action, life below water, life on land, and these two are focused on the international cooperation. This is how you can learn the sustainable development goals. Okay, this is the uh, uh, infographic on SDG, that when it started 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, more than 178 countries adopted. In Agenda 21, this is the Agenda 21, a global action plan for sustainable development to enhance human lives and protect the environment. Why I'm telling you all this, because question has been already asked in 2016 UPSC examination. See, the sustainable development goals were first proposed in 1972 by a global think tank called Global Forum. No, answer is 1992 Earth Summit. First time sustainable development goals were thought in 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. Okay. Then comes Millennium Summit and UN. 1992 happened. In 2000, Millennium Summit happened at United Nations headquarters. Where is the United Nations headquarters? At New York. In that, United Nations Assembly adopted Millennium Declaration. See, in 2000 to 2015, Millennium Development Goals were there. So, 8 goals, 8 development goals, and 18 targets to be achieved by 2015. Some of them have done it. So my request to you would be, you please read out the Millennium Development Goals also. Those are 18 numbers. Now, then comes 2015. So target of Millennium Development Goal was 2000 to 2015. Now 2015 Sustainable Summit happened. Sustainable Development Summit happened. In that 2030 agenda for sustainable development was taken place and it was adopted, and 17 sustainable development goals and 169 targets were included, and these are the 17 goals we have already done. And what is the question being asked? Question is this one, that consider the following statements. The Sustainable Development Goals were first proposed in 1972 by a global think tank or Club of Rome. No, we will talk what exactly Club of Rome was. Second option, the Sustainable Development Goal has to be achieved by 2030. Yes, this is the right answer. So only option 2 will be the right answer. What is exactly this particular Club of Rome called? So this is the Club of Rome. Club of Rome was in 1972. It published what? Limit to Growth. which warned about the unchecked economic and population growth. It is nowhere related to the sustainable development goals. Remember that. Okay, so you have to do that. Now let's move to further, that what United Nations reforms are required and what is the India's bid for the permanent UNSC membership. So first of all, we will talk about why United Nations reforms are needed at first place. Okay, so see, right now, whatever the system we are having, whatever the P5 members we are having, like we have overtook them, those permanent 5 members, we have overtook already them in the terms of economic. We are the 4th largest economy in the world. First one is United States of America, China, okay, Japan, Germany, and India. These are the top 5 nations. And if you see the structure of permanent 5 members, UK is still there, okay, France is there. So we have already overtook all those countries. So why United Nations reforms are needed? Because those permanent 5 members are no more representing the whole world. Right now the UNSC structure is post 1945 war. Okay, so and from 1945 till 2025 the global realities have changed drastically. Okay, so right now we call this particular situation as the Security Council paralysis. Means Security Council is unable to act. Reason is that you know that Russia and USA both are the members of permanent 5 members of United Nations Security Council, and they veto each other's proposal every time. Like China is also there, Russia, USA, Russia, China, UK, and France is there. They are not able to have one consensus regarding anything. So it is unable to act because UNSC has what? Veto power. Remember I told you veto power was there. So if any one country veto anything, it will lapse. So that's why it is called Security Council paralysis. And why they are not able to act? Because of the first, I told you already about the veto power. Then lack of representation. There is not a single country from the Africa continent, and they are deciding. Those P5 members are deciding the fate of whole world. How is it possible? So representation is not there. Like growing economies like Japan, Brazil, South Africa, India, and the African continent countries, not a single representation is there. Okay, then comes, okay, so these are the 3 problems, the 3 reforms we need in the United Nations. And what about India? India is proposing itself as the permanent membership candidate on such these bases, these 5 bases. First one is democratic strength. India's status as the world's largest economy in the world, largest democracy in the world. Second one is India's position as the 4th largest economy in the world. And yesterday, our Prime Minister told, because the America has put 25% sanctions plus penalty on us because of our trade with the Russia as well as our membership in the BRICS because of that thing. So yesterday, Mr. Prime Minister of India, Shriman Narendra Modi ji, he has told that we have to move toward the made in India again, because we cannot rely on these countries. Okay, and we want to be 3rd largest economy in the world as soon as possible. This was his appeal to the Indians. Now third one is United Nations contribution. I already told you, 4th largest troop in the world we are having, United Nations peacekeeping forces. Then comes global South voice, India's representation of developing nations like Indian subcontinent, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Maldives, Sri Lanka, all these small islands. We are the voice of those countries. Then comes diplomatic ties, India's balanced relationship with major powers. See, we are the friends with the United States of America also, and we are the friends with the Russia also. We are the friends with Israel also. We are the friend with Palestine also. So wherever, like everybody is amazed at how India's diplomacy is. They're able to balance out everything, and that this type of country should be in the permanent membership of permanent member of United Nations of Security Council. So this is India's case for the permanent membership. Now thing is that what is stopping us in going there? See, thing is that UK, US, and France, including Russia, is in the support of India's bid of permanent member. But issue is that China is not in favor, and China will never be in the favor. That's the reality actually. Okay. Now we are the member of G4 group. Also, we lead the L69 group also. What are the obstacles? Uniting for opposite. The thing is that these P5 members does not do not want to expand. That's the thing, because power, nobody wants to give power to others. That's the reality. Then China's indirect opposition, it's not saying we don't want, but it never supports us. Also, it will require a significant change in the United Nations Charter also, that 2/3 of UNGA, United Nations General Assembly approval, plus all the P5 consent has to be there. Then only we can be the member of UNSC. See, 2/3 GA approval is not an issue for us. We are very diplomatically active. We have friends with like most of the United Nations countries, but also we have the P4. These P4 also in support. Only China is the issue. Okay. Now let's talk about the United Nations headquarters. Generally, the static portion. That where is the United Nations headquarters? Answer would be New York City. It is in USA. And where is Turtle Bay neighborhood? This is the building of United Nations. Like this is the headquarters. If we talk about the emblem and flag of United Nations, so this is the emblem of United Nations. What is it? It is showing the world, and there is a world map it is showing. And who designed this particular emblem? Oliver Lincoln team has designed this particular emblem. Remember that. Also, it was approved on December 7, 1946. It features what? It features world map in azimuthal equidistant projection. So this is very important for the geography optionals and general knowledge also. Which projection is used in the United Nations emblem? Answer would be azimuthal equidistant projection, centered on North Pole, and the direction is North Pole. It is surrounded by the olive branches. These are the olive branches. Okay. And olive is the symbol of peace. Remember that. And it extends to 60 degrees south latitude. Okay. So if this is the globe, this is the equator, this is the Tropic of Cancer, 23.5 degree north, this is 23.5 degree south. So then comes the 66 degree. So the world map is this particular the map used in the United Nations emblem. It is coming till 60 degree latitude, till here. Like this we can draw. Okay, so I hope you understood the mapping also. So these are the minor things can be asked in the examination, so be ready for it, because competition is increasing day by day. Then comes the flag. So flag is blue colored. Okay. And why? Because blue represent peace. That's why the helmets of United Nations peacekeeping operations are also what? Remember, blue helmets. So blue represent peace, and opposite like red represent war. That's why the United Nations the flag is using the blue color. This is the blue color. Okay, and it is having the emblem inside that. It was adopted on 20 October 1947. Okay, and can only be used with Secretary General's authorization. Like it's not that anybody can use it. Only Secretary General can use it. And can you tell me who is the right now who is the Secretary General of United Nations? Please tell me in the comment box. Okay. So some facts are there. You have to remember again for the like SSC examinations, CUT examinations. The United Nations charter come into force in 1945, 24 October. United Nations Day we celebrate on 24 October. United Nations emblem was approved on 7 December 1946. United Nations flag was adopted in 1947. January 1 is the declaration by United Nations signed. Basically, United Nations Charter was signed 1942, January 1st. And then United Nations declaration, sorry. United Nations Charter was signed in San Francisco in 1945 on 26 June 26. Now we will talk about the last one, official languages of United Nations. See, this question has been asked in examination already, very important for us, that official language of the United Nations are Hindi, Chinese, English, French, German, Spanish. See, let me tell you now only that Hindi is not the part of, this is not the official language of United Nations. So you remove Hindi. Okay. So Hindi removed. So A and D option gone. Now two options are there: Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. So students, I want to tell you that German is also not the language of United Nations official part. So answer would be B. Arabic, Chinese, English, French, Russian, and Spanish. You will see the influence of Spanish here because of the colonialism. Okay, you have to remember that. So Arabic was not the part of from the beginning. So let me tell you. So these are the official language. I already told you. And who handles this particular department? Department of General Assembly and Conference Management, DGACM, within the United Nations Secretariat. It is responsible for providing these languages services. And English and French was the initially the part of the League of Nations also. Remember League of Nations after World War I? Okay. So English and French was during the League of Nations, and in United Nations these are the languages. And Arabic was added later when in 1973 already has been asked in examination. Okay, so what it does, it shows the growing importance of Arab world in international affairs. Okay, and these are the recent developments happened 2024-2025 that India is advocating for the global south. UNSC reforms demand, it's going for a long time now. Peacekeeping budget and climate actions, various sustainable development goals meeting happens. Okay, so these are the recent developments. You should check it out. Recently the conference of parties also happened, and we are also bidding for the 2036 conference of parties, COP basically. Okay, so we have to tab on such topics. So this is all about the United Nations. I hope I've taken all the topics related to United Nations. What can be the probable question asked? So please check it out, the first part also, and this is the second part. The first part's link I will put in the description box, so you make sure you check that out also. In upcoming lectures, we will talk about the questions asked in the examination previously in UPSC as well in the other examinations also. So in those questions, these I will tell you in the detail. So first question, one question was related to World Toilet Organization. Second was related to United Nations Credentials Committee. Third one was related to UNGA. The fourth question will be related to IMF, and the last one would be related to UNESCO. So make sure you subscribe the channel, you like this video also, and you share with your friends. Also make sure you subscribe with the bell icon on. Okay, so that the moment the next video will be there, you will be getting the notification first. Okay, so thank you so much. See you in the next one. Any feedback you can tell me in the comment box. See you.